Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel, Embrace Naturals. I just want to say thank y'all for coming back to my channel, watching my videos. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe. And I just want to say hey to all my new subscribers. And I hope y'all enjoy this video. Comment, like, and definitely share this video because I know for sure this is going to be a very helpful and informative video and motivation as well. So let's go ahead and get into it. So as y'all can tell by the title of this video, this is about the testimony on my house, how God gave me the desires of my heart, all of that. Okay, so first I just want to start off by saying that we must wait on the Lord. In the Bible, there's even Bible verses that mention waiting on the Lord. That's one thing that we have to learn because God is patient with us. We must be patient with God. And why not be patient with God? He knows all things. He knows what's best. His timing is best than our own. So why not wait on the Lord? Yes, it can be easier said than done because, of course, we get impatient. We want it right then and there. We start getting discouraged, basically. But waiting on the Lord is the best. So that's one tip that I want to give y'all is patience. It's like I said, to be patient. But so what happened with me was I already was doing a lot of what God needs me to do because I was raised in the church. And I had strayed away and stuff for years, of course, but since I've been on my spiritual journey with God and like heavily into it, I'm going to church on a regular basis, consistently, constantly reading my Bible, praying, of course, still teaching my kids and, making sure they know how to put God first and just doing more of what he wants us to do. Of course, everyone, not just me, but just everyone got their flaws, their sins, bad habits, all of that, right? So it's like I was doing a lot of the right things and not even for the wrong reasons. At the end of the day, I really was doing these things because I truly love God and I truly want that connection and relationship with God. And not just for me, but for my children. And then to be able to show and teach others as well, right? And so, but it's like I needed that extra push, basically. And it's like where I was living, I needed to get out of there. I needed to move away. So I had been praying. Well, I spoke with one of my pastors and he has a prayer line in the morning. And he was like, he has like a growing soul program. And we spoke on the phone and basically he was just like, of course, do your part. You want to be blessed, you can't sin, and pray these Bible promises over your life. So he gave me some Bible promises. Since then, I have added to the list of Bible promises he's given me. I've added my own and I pray over those because of course we're taught to pray, right? And to have faith. And God does say that he will give us the desires of our hearts. And when you pray, you cannot doubt, not even a little bit. You have to have strong faith. And so it's like I needed that extra push in me doing what he told me to do, which is to do my part, no sinning and all of that, and to truly believe and pray these Bible promises over my life. He said, do it every day for 30 days. So I did exactly what he told me to do. I prayed Bible promises over my life every single day for 30 days straight. I did not miss a beat, which it wasn't hard to do because I pray every day anyway. So why not implement that as well? I mean, it's not going to hurt. It's only going to help me. Let's get that corrected. So that's what I did. And mind y'all, I have been wanting to get into like a regular like on a list to get like on an apartment, like on a waiting list for like apartments that go by your income. And so I haven't heard back from these apartments. Mind you, I was already living in an apartment. I was living in the projects first. Let me take y'all back to that. I was living in the projects. And I've actually lived in the projects like a little over half of my life. And then when I got my own place, I was living in the projects for years. And then I went from there to apartments, these apartments that was temporary placement, a temporary thing basically that went by your income. But again, it was temporary. I still had time to be there. I just didn't want to. I know that I needed and wanted even better for myself and my children. So I hadn't heard back from these other apartment complexes. I hope I'm not too all over the place for y'all. I hope y'all are, following along. But I hadn't heard from them. It's been like a year, 2 years, stuff like that. And I wasn't just actively waiting on them and thinking about it constantly and all of that, but it still was crazy. But I know it can take time. Don't you all know that I did what the pastor told me to do and prayed these Bible promises over my life for 30 days straight. Truly believed, truly been having faith, all of that. Within 2 months, I was moved into the house that I'm in now. And this is a brand new house. I'm the first person to live in this house. This is such a blessing, y'all, because God blessed me with more than what I even thought that he was going to give me. And at the end of the day, God knows our hearts, and he knows that in my heart, I'm not just wanting a relationship with God for the blessings and just the stuff that I can get from him. I'm truly wanting better for myself, for my life, for my family, especially my kids, and to make it into heaven and to truly love him at the end of the day. He knows that's really the ultimate goal. But of course, within that, God does say, follow me and you will have life and blessings. So who don't want the reward of the blessings? Because he said, follow me, have life and blessings, or don't and have sin and curses. And we really do put curses and sins upon ourselves that also trickle down to our kids. So instead of having our kids suffering because of our sins, why not do better? Not just for us, but for them too. So anyways, with that being said, I'm going to read y'all a few of the Bible verses that I was reading daily. One is Isaiah 65:24. Call to me and I will answer you and show you great and mighty things which you do not know. I'm sorry. That's Jeremiah 33:3, not Isaiah 65:24. That's Jeremiah 33:3. So God is saying that we call unto him, speak to him, ask, and he's going to answer and show us great and mighty things which we do not know. That means he's going to do things that we can't even believe. Like, dang, I know that was nobody but God, because it don't even make sense. Psalm 37:3-5. Trust in the Lord and do good, so shalt thou dwell in the land, and verily thou shalt be fed. Delight thyself also in the Lord, and he shall give thee the desires of thy heart. Commit thy way unto the Lord, trust also in him, and he shall bring it to pass. So whatever it is that you're needing, even if it's not financial, spiritual, mental, emotional, physical, financial things, he is going to bring it to pass. He will give you the desires of your heart, but we must do our part. And he makes it plain and clear that we must delight ourselves in the Lord, trust also in him, and do good, and commit our way unto him. And then, he will give us the desires of our heart. He will bring it to pass, whatever it is you're going through. So we got to truly remember, we have to do our part. We can't always just, God ain't hearing me. He not answering. He not this, he not that. God is making it plain and clear about what he needs from us. We're asking what we want from him, but are you willing to do what it is that he needs from you as well? What it is he needs from us. So we can't miss that part. That part is that's a crucial and vital step in gaining the desires of your heart, because in this you will grow closer to God. It definitely grew my trust in God so much more. It grew my faith in him so much more tremendously, y'all. It really did. Malachi 3:10, bring you all the tithes into the storehouse, that there may be meat in my house, and prove me now herewith, says the Lord of hosts, if I will not open you up the windows of heaven and pour out a blessing, that there shall not be room enough to receive it. God is saying, return tithes and offering, and he will open up the windows of heaven and pour you out a blessing, that there shall not be room enough to receive it. Who don't want a blessing that great? He said, open up the windows of heaven. He didn't say windows. He said windows of heaven. That's on a whole nother level. He said the windows of heaven pour you out a blessing that you won't have room enough to receive it. Have you ever been blessed so great you just crying and it's just overwhelming because you don't have room enough to receive it? And God said he is going to do just that. Return your tithes and offering. Tithes and offering isn't just for the pastor to get paid. It's about that money going out to the community to help the people within the church and also those who are out in the church, because a lot of churches really do a lot financially for the community, whether that's a food pantry or going out to the community and just giving away water and food and stuff like that, versus just people even having to come to the food pantry. The Bible study lessons and all of that, like that money go towards a lot. And regardless of what they do with the money, just do your part. God says to return your tithes and offering, just do it. You did your part, so you're still going to receive your blessing regardless if they do right with the money or not. Another Bible verse is Deuteronomy 28:12-14. The Lord will open unto you his good treasure, the heavens, to give the rain to your land in its season, and to bless the work of your hand. You shall lend to many nations, but you shall not borrow, and the Lord will make you the head and not the tail, above only and not beneath, if you heed the commandments of the Lord your God, which I commanded you today, and are careful to observe them, so that you should not turn aside from any of the words that I command you this day, from the right or to the left, or to go after other gods and serve them. So God is saying he will open up to you his good treasure, to the heavens, to give land into your season. He will bless the work of your hand, make you a lender and not a borrower. He will make you the head and not the tail. But he also plainly says that we must not go after other gods and serve them. And we must heed the commandments of God, meaning follow his commandments and be careful to observe them. So we must do our part, point blank, period. He's going to make us the head and not the tail, above only and not beneath. He's going to give us the good treasure from heaven, y'all. But we must do our part and put God first. That way, you know that you're not having no other gods before him. Having other gods before him is not just about bowing down to a statue. No, you even put in your woman, your man, your husband, your whatever first, and not God first, you're making him or her your God. Money, people worship money. You're making that your God. No, God must come first, point blank, period. Also, keeping his 10 commandments, not 1 or 5 of them or 8 of them. And then, all of these blessings will follow. Now, this is not to say that you have to be perfect and that you're not going to fall short. God knows we're sinners. But at the end of the day, he sees and knows who's truly trying. He knows who's truly loving him and wanting a relationship with him, point blank, period. And then the last one that I want to go over is Isaiah 40, verse 29, verses 29 through 31. He give power to the faint, and to them that have no might he increases their strength. Even the youth shall faint and be weary, and the young man shall utterly fall. But they that wait upon the Lord, what did it say? Those who wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings and eagles. They shall run and not be weary, and they shall walk and not faint. So there it is, because I did mention earlier that we must wait upon the Lord. And it even says it. We must wait upon the Lord. God will renew our strength, increase our strength, those that wait upon the Lord. So even when you feel like I said, you can pray these Bible promises over your life. It doesn't just have to be about financial things. It can be about physical, spiritual, mental things, like increasing our strength. That, to me, that's not just, he's talking about physical strength. He's talking about mental and emotional strength and spiritual strength. So that's not even just about, nothing financially. So you can pray any of these Bible verses over your life for different and various reasons, and find those different scriptures. Those Bible promises are in there for you, for me, for us, for everyone. Use them. God gave it to us to use, so use it. But again, make sure you do your part. God says that he will give us strength. Y'all, I know I've heard a lot of people, even myself, be like, man, I don't know how I made it through this situation. I made it through that situation. Man, it was nobody but God. And that be the truth. God be strengthening us in ways that we sometimes don't even ask. He just does it. So why not give it all back to God? He's always here for us. That's just like your kids or your spouse, your husband, your girl, your partner, whatever. Especially someone you're in love with, or especially your kids. When they do wrong, you still love them. You still will give them chance after chance. It's the same thing with God. He ain't just gonna cut you off like that. Like, he's given us these chances. He's given us this opportunity. Use it. Why not? You must use it. So with that being said, that's pretty much what I did. Was pray these Bible promises over my life every day for 30 days straight. And y'all, within 2 months, I was approved and moving into this newly built home. And I'm going to do another video showing y'all the house. And y'all, it is very, very nice and very, very spacious. And this isn't even to brag. It's just to let y'all know God is good and he can do it and he will do it. And then another thing that I wanted to let y'all know was, because I remember like the day before I had even got approved, I had a dream that one of the ladies that was like over the last apartments that I was in had came to do inspection. And the day that she did inspection, she walked in and was like, you haven't heard from the people over the house about you being approved? And I was like, no. She was like, well, they called me and told me that you was approved. And I was like, for real? And she was like, yeah. So I was just like, that's weird. I wonder why they called you and not me. I said, they are going to call me later on and just called you because they know that you're over the apartments that I stay in right now. And she was like, yeah, girl, I guess, yeah, they should be calling you then, but they definitely called me and told me that you was approved. And she just went ahead and let me know, like, she didn't call me or whatever the case may be. She told me in person because she was already there to do inspections. Mind y'all, that was a dream. Tell me why a few days later, including the weekend, this was a Tuesday. It was Monday or Tuesday. I want to say it was Tuesday. They called me and was like, oh, we got your background check back. You've been approved. Y'all, don't y'all know that was the day of my inspections? Y'all, was so happy. Do y'all hear me? I was so happy. Like, God answered my prayers and he sent me a dream, let me know I was about to be approved. Like, y'all can't eat. Y'all, I'm serious. I didn't even think nothing about that. I didn't think too much into it because, you know, for me, I'm thinking, okay, I'm probably just had that dream because that's what I want to happen. But when they actually called me and told me I was approved, which they called me some days earlier than I thought I was even going to hear from them, because I thought it was going to be like a good another like 5 days or something. But they called me earlier than what I expected them to. And on top of that, they called me the day of my inspections. Like, the day that I was in real life about to have inspections is the day they called me and told me I was approved. That's exactly what happened in my dream. Of course, it didn't happen exactly how it happened in my dream, but it's like I still was told I was approved the day of my inspections in my dream, and then it happened in real life. Y'all, God is so good. I was like, God really told me that I was finna be approved. And on what day? Like, y'all, it is so crazy how God worked. But yeah, so that's basically everything. And then of course I did the paperwork, moved in and everything like that. And like I said, I was blessed with more than what I even knew or thought, because I didn't expect to move into this big of a spacious house, a newly built home, and for me to be the first to even move and live in the home that I am in. Like, God will definitely do it and give you more than what you even thought of or even asked him for. But when I pray, I even let God know, if I'm asking for too little, bless me with even greater and give me what it is that you know that I need. And I feel like God knew that I needed this because it happened so fast. Y'all, literally 2 months. It took me 2 months to get in here, y'all. 2. That's not a long time. And then on top of that, he sent me a dream letting me know that I was approved. It's like he knew this is where I needed to be. And so y'all, I'm just thankful and grateful. I just wanted to let y'all know that I don't think I'm leaving out anything, but let's just say if I do think of something else that I need to add, I'm gonna put that in the comments below. But I hope that this video has really motivated a lot of you all. A lot of times we hold our own selves back and we just need that extra oomph, that extra push, that extra whatever, and God is there to give it to us, y'all. We just must believe, because God says we can have anything, but we must truly believe. And a lot of times we don't, because time will go on and we start to get discouraged. So then we start losing faith. Even if you got to wait 6 months, a year, 2 years, 3 years, sometimes God is having us wait years for a reason, because it's all different reasons, from him testing us, from him wanting us to grow, for us to pull us closer to him. It's all different reasons, but just know your time is going to come. You just must stay faithful and true to God. With that being said, I just want to say thank y'all for watching my video. Make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already. And I will see y'all in the next video.